The Todd Shapiro Show. Canada Laughs, SiriusXM 168.
Kim Coates, Anna Hopkins, A Bad Blood 2 premiering tomorrow night, October 11th, CityTV, and Danny Polishchuk co-hosting. Hey, thanks for coming back, and nice to meet you, Anna.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, last time I saw you, we had Paul Servino, and he was singing opera for you, and we had such a great first season, and unfortunately, Paul didn't make it out of the first season, so I brought the beautiful
No
Anna
one made
Hopkins,
it. Yeah.
except for me.
Except for you.
That's the way it goes down, I guess.
The lone wolf.
The lone wolf. That's right.
Declan. You just and then well, I guess we'll get right into it. Why not? And then we'll talk about other stuff. Can we talk about other stuff too?
Yeah.
Beyond bad? Are you guys in a rush?
No.
Oh, no.
No? But you've been up since like what, 6 a.m. probably?
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, Jody came to my house at 4 a.m.
Is
to
this
do
where
my
the beauty
hair and
happens?
makeup.
It's 4 a.m.
Now, did you get makeup and at 4 a.m.?
Yeah,
I can't
for
imagine doing
breakfast television.
for BT.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, you look great. You're still. I mean, come on.
I can have a nap in and everything.
So yeah, bad. This is great, and Mark Montefiore's here. What a great dude. This
Look at that, Mark.
Mark-
He gave
Mark's
it up to you just like that.
Well, he's
Wow.
from Letterkenny to this. I mean, you kidding me? Like, this is the Canadian guy right now. But I know you're a producer on the show.
He's
too.
on his way up. There's no doubt about it. It's and the beautiful Stephanie Perrin's here, and Danny's got her camera on me all day long. I can't handle it. I just want to drink wine with you, Todd. I just want to.
Yeah, I heard there was one.
There was last year.
Oh shoot! I'm doing Sober October this year. I don't know how my sponsors feel about that. Yeah.
No. Then we'll keep it just sober for you, son.
So, but I might have vodka in my car if you want. I just keep it in the side and is that where you're supposed to put it? No. I don't at all. You couldn't.
Center console.
That's right.
That's what,
right there in the middle.
We're not endorsing roadies, people. So congrats, season 2. Now let's just get right into it. 5 years later, is that what I saw? 5 years later.
Yep. When Mark bought the rights with Jose Valle and Natalie Rodriguez over at Rogers, and they decided to shoot that whole first season, which was so epically successful, and so proud to be in it and do what we did and have the country respond the way it did. They decided to shoot a second season if I was available, and I certainly was, because the writing is off the charts with Michael Conovis. So, yeah. We decided, now what, right? It's a fictional world, still based on some truths of real underworld happenings, but there's no more book. There's no more, Vito's gone. It's now 5 years later, so what do we want to do? And Michael and I had many conversations with Mark, and it was a tough slog because we really had to get at it fast, and they wanted 8 shows, not 6. All new cast, all Canadian proud cast. And the last time you saw Declan, there was a bullet coming through a glass window in his cottage. And Todd, I did a you. I didn't do a me, I did a you. The director, Alain, who was amazing, said, I think you would jump, like jump. And I went, no, I'm going to do a Shapiro. I'm just going to do one of those. Nice and slow. I don't have to go fast for anybody.
The difference
anyway,
is...
I love it. So that's the one they kept. And that's the last time we saw Declan. Boom, 5 years have gone by. Every club, every gang, every family has come after him. He's survived, and not only has he survived, he doesn't trust anybody. Declan's a lone wolf. Whenever he needs guys on his team, he gets them. Otherwise, he's by himself. He's the king of Montreal. That's where we're starting the second season. We find out shortly thereafter that I have a nephew I didn't know I had, played by Ryan McDonald, amazing. Reggie, that's his character's name. I pick him up from jail. He lives with me. Declan's never, he's lost his little sister when she was young. Vito was like a father figure to him, and then that went awry big time. And so it's a new feeling for Declan. Sharon Taylor plays Rose. I work with her. First Nations, beautiful, gorgeous actress, and so talented, and I have a lot with her this season. And then the real spice of this entire bowl of Canadian chili is the Italian family, and that's where Anna comes in, and I'll let her tell her about Teresa, the character she plays.
All right, Anna Hopkins, and I know it's a twin. That's what I know. Mm-hmm. You're a twin. You have a brother.
It is a twin. Yes. So I play Teresa Langana with Christian, and we are sent over from Calabria. Our father is the head of the Calabrian Mafia, and he wants to know why our business hasn't expanded into Montreal. We're doing great in the rest of Canada, but something's in our way. So he sends us over, and we have our long lost distant cousins in Hamilton. And they tell us that it's Declan who's in the way. So we have to do something about that. And we become a real thorn in his side, if you will.
She still is. It's very hard to do these with Anna Hopkins every day.
All day long. Yeah,
So
just having.
beautiful.
Yeah. I look at your presence, Anna, and you're if you don't mind me saying, like you seem like you would be the sweetest lady in the world. But one of the things we talked about last year about mob families in general and kind of like mob series and Bad Blood and what was so special about it last year, and I remember the conversation vividly, was this sort of balance between you feel and you love these characters in this cast, yet they're such badasses too. And is that sort of, do we get some of that from your character and your brother's character? Is there some compassion being felt while you're going to get Declan and take control of Montreal?
Yeah, I think that, you kind of start to understand where they're coming from very slowly throughout the season. And by the end, you really... I hope that when I read it, you get why these people are like this. And so, no, they're not one-dimensional antagonists. They're pretty flawed, disturbed young people who essentially, in my view, are child soldiers, weaponized by their father. And, they're essentially loyal to their family and their father, and they're trying to do what a lot of us do, impress them and get accepted by them and do a good job. And it just so happens that, the career they chose is organized crime, and it's a little darker than usual.
Was this a challenging role for you, Anna?
Absolutely. Yeah, it was really challenging. Well, I was super scared to work with him.
I know. I just
They
shit.
all are.
I
don't know why. I'm a pussycat.
Yeah,
you know that.
No, I shit my pants
Mark,
in the interview.
You know that.
I just shit my pants. You said the bullet thing. You wouldn't jump. I'm like, I couldn't run around though. The poop would have weighed me down. That's all that was, dude. Okay. No, he's well. Listen, let's be honest. I mean, Kim Coates, a humble Canadian dude, is one of the most legendary actors out of this country of all time.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's exactly. Yeah, that's what I said earlier today. So it was, just that in itself was challenging, and then the role itself was extremely challenging. We work with dialects, and we, I'm playing somebody very, very different from myself. I hope you would agree, Kim, and having him there and a producer on the show and being the lead and leading us all was invaluable.
Thanks for saying all that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I have to just say that I am still in awe. Only two people in this room, Mark Montefiore and myself, have seen all 8 episodes. I'm gonna get like I can't believe the acting quality in this show. It is so off the charts. And we had to block shoot this show. And for your listeners who don't know what that means, the first 4 episodes, we block shot those first 4, meaning when we were on the reserve, we would shoot all the reserve stuff of all 4 of those episodes. So you need to know where you're coming from, where you're going, what's just happened. You have to change wardrobe. You really have to be on your game.
Not necessarily shot with continuity.
Never with continuity, ever. So every single actor, Louis Ferrara, Danny Cash, Melanie Scrofano, Dylan McDonald, they all came so prepared. And even when the days I wasn't shooting, some of the big scenes I would want to go because I'd want to watch. In fact, I remember when we started this thing, we start in Mexico. Then we had to take a bit of a break and a change of schedule because there was still so much goddamn snow on the ground in beautiful Sudbury. So we had to change the schedule. And you had to come a bit earlier. Everyone had to start a bit earlier on the Italian side of things. I wanted to go, wanted to watch. And the first scene with Anna and Gianni as Teresa and Christian coming into the Louis Ferrara, Daniel Cash, and their son's banquet hall in Hamilton. This is the first time with an accent. We had Lisa Barry taking photos. She plays a cop beautifully and taking pictures. Who are they? They come out with clothes like Prada. They have high heels, stiletto, leather. Like the kids got freaking spiky hair and shit and rings. It's like they're freaks. They're freaks from Italy. I know it the first time I see them, and trust me, when they start hugging their cousins, they're like, "Whoa, hey, ba 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 ba, welcome." Who the fuck are they? They mean business, but they don't look like us. So right away, the spice is happening. And I don't know if you remember this, but one of our first takes, because accents, I just did a huge accent in Jerusalem, the big play I did here in Toronto. And so I know about accents, and you have to work hard on them. And Gianni's already Italian, Anna's not. So it was a really wonderful job for you to work on your accent. And I came right up to her, and I said, that's beautiful. No more than that. That is absolutely beautiful. Do not worry about it. Remember? Do you remember when I told you?
Yeah, it was the first day, and I could finally breathe because I was it was pretty scary, but that helped me, and then I could just do it.
And amazing to know that she learned it all from Andrew Dice Clay. Like it's amazing. It just translated so well onto Bad Blood season 2.
I haven't heard that name forever.
The Dice Man? Oh,
Yeah.
he's back.
Is he here?
Here? No. He's in there.
Dice?
Does he talk to you?
We've
seen
never had Dice on the show.
I follow him on Instagram. He's kicking around.
Yeah, and
he
he had
would
that.
love you, man.
I think we'd have some fun.
Oh,
That Dice.
dude.
Dice didn't have the best rep in the day, though. Dice was like full on. Him and Sam Kinison were like gangsters with one another. Sam Kinison tried to shoot Dice at the Comedy Store years ago.
Yeah, I was just at the Comedy Store, and there's a bullet hole.
Okay.
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the sign, in the kitchen there.
There was like within the comedy scene. You guys should watch Bad Blood and know how to deal with it. No one in the comedy scene gets along. They're all. I'm serious.
There's not a lot of guns in the comedy scene. That was kind of a one-off. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Really exciting stuff. So and congrats then on getting through this and stuff. What if you were to tell people, and you've been doing it all day, so you might as well continue. And I always ask this question. What is it that you would sort of implore people why they should go and watch Bad Blood season 2? And if you didn't watch Bad Blood season 1, why?
I think something that we've said quite a bit today is it's a Canadian story in a sense, but it's not. It's something that's very rarely done here, and it's done beautifully. The acting, the direction, the cinematography, everything's incredible. And I think sometimes, at least in the past with television here, it's made to sort of reflect what we think Canadian identity is, and we're trying to sort of give this idea of what we are as Canada. And this show doesn't shy away from going into the dark corners of Canadian identity and Canadian history and stuff that actually goes on here. And so it's being told with as much grit as I think some of the best shows in the States is doing. And I think as a Canadian, it's really exciting to witness that. So I would really encourage people to watch second season, and of course the first season as well. The first season is real history, and it's fascinating. I'm from Montreal, and I didn't know as much as I did after. Yeah. So.
And that's a really good point you make, that people really do look at Canadians typically as like, we're so happy-go-lucky and stuff. We're the nice people. There's some bad motherfuckers in Canada.
Yeah.
And that's what Bad Blood explores.
And I'm just so proud of Mark and his team to not be afraid of that. Let's tell now that doesn't necessarily make a hit. You need good writing, then you need good storytelling, good acting, good editing, good music. You need a luck of who's going to pick it up. All that, we've got that now. And so this second season is now going to be a icing on the cake of the first one. We might do season 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll see. But I'm telling you what, there's no one in Canada doing what we're doing in this show. That's for certain. For the type of story it is, for the type of actors to get together as character-driven pieces, it's got it all. And Michael has this incredible knack. Kurt Sutter had it in Sons, where just when you think you know what's going to happen at the end of the first episode, the second episode tosses you right around the room. And then at the end of the second episode, you're not going to be able to wait for the third. Oh, wait, we got to wait a week. It's on City. Got it. Copy that. But you can binge watch the first season. You can watch all 6 back to back to back to back, and it'll throw you around the room. It's so good.
Did you guys get distribution for season 1 as well beyond Canada? Did that work out? Stay tuned. Okay.
See, I look at my boss because I know it's stay tuned.
And I only ask because this series and man, I have to confess, I don't think I got through it. And that's I'm being very serious. I got to binge watch the last couple episodes, and I have this kid, and my schedule's all fucked up. Kim, it's crazy. I'm all over the place. And it's tough to watch that with the kid in the room. He's 3 years old.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
You
that
gotta
was
put
part
those
of it.
earmuffs on them, like all those kids do when they go to the drag races and shit. Just put,
Yes.
and then blindfold. Yeah, the whole
No, the
thing.
problem is he started beating me up. Like, he's a really tough guy. I'm like, dude, another time I was the one who pooped my pants. But I thought about it where it's like it's just this whole Canadian production thing. Like it's not about that anymore. It's just about great TV. Like there's no difference anymore when you get budgets, you get good producers, you get good writing. And that to me was a show that I thought, man, this doesn't have to be a Canadian-based show anymore. This is a show.
And how
I
proud
hope,
are we as Canadians to tell a Canadian story?
yeah.
Like real, true Canadian story.
Absolutely.
Montreal is Montreal in this story. It's not New York. It's not Paris. It's Montreal. That's super exciting.
We're so Canadian that we shot Sudbury as Hamilton.
That's super Canadian.
That is
yeah.
the most.
Trust me,
Yeah.
the Nickel City. I'm not sure I can ever go back. We had 2 seasons there.
I
and
love it there.
love the Radisson. I love Tim Hortons, but give me a fucking break now.
You need some more?
I think we might need to shoot in Saskatoon, Mark.
Yeah, drops,
Hey,
drops
hometown.
off a bit
Saskatoon.
after.
Do
Have
you?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, Danny.
I was
go.
wondering, have you guys, because this is obviously based off of a real family, have you guys heard, like, has anything, like, have you had just, like, a note slipped under your door being like,
here-
stop?
This is
A horse head in my bed.
Yeah, you know what I
It's
mean? Like,
weird.
this is something that I don't know if Mark wants to take the microphone on this, but I literally take all that stuff super seriously.
Yeah.
And so I stay away from all of it. I'm an actor, I'm an artist, I'm a producer. I'm telling something from a book in that first season that no one can refute. It is what it
Yeah, absolutely.
was. At the same time, I mean, Sonny Barger, right? I mean, from Sons of Anarchy. I mean, I befriended Sonny a little bit, but I never went to his place. Like, I love Sonny. I love his whole family. Like, truly. But I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. But so I'm certainly been around stuff, but I stay away and I just give respect and stay out of people's way.
I feel like, and who am I to say? Because I'm a real big wimp. But I feel like, no, you know what? I know that I feel like that would be a bragging right in a way for families of these dark, pasts and dark histories to have a series about them displayed. Because it does show some of their history, and especially if it's done in a way which we spoke of, where you sometimes feel for these characters, and you're asking yourself, why do you? Because they're so tough and so criminally wrong, that I feel like it would be a bit of a bragging right. I that's what I like. Hey, they made a series about us, and by the way, I didn't rehearse my
That was a
Italian.
really good dialect.
I'm trying for Bad Blood 3. I've been kissing Mark's ass.
We can't afford you, Todd. We can't afford you.
I just want to be.
quote. We can't afford you.
I want to be Declan's long lost brother, not long lost nephew. I'm always going to.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
I'm always going for that. Like the accountant, though, or something.
Yeah.
I just help with money issues. That's
It's
it.
just a bit of money laundering or something.
Well, good guys. So you're doing the junket. It's you're having a big party tonight, so I don't want to keep you. You've been going forever. I'm sure you're excited just to have a glass of wine and relax. Tomorrow night it premieres CityTV. That's season 2, of course, of Bad Blood, October 11th, 8 p.m. and then 7 p.m. Central. 8 parts, so 2 more episodes this year. And I guess it's not even really considered a miniseries anymore. This is just like a series that's on air, right?
Stephanie, what do we call it now?
Yeah.
Extended series? Miniseries?
A miniseries?
It's still an extended series.
It's like
right?
a Canadian term for, I feel like, for funding, right? You have to say miniseries, but it's like a limited
series.
Yeah.
It's a limited series, right, Mark?
It's an event
It's an event.
miniseries.
It's a
Let's make
kick-ass
up
show.
names.
A kick-ass. It's a
Let's
kick.
call it whatever
Otherwise
we
known
want.
as Kick-Ass Show. Yeah,
I think it's a
okay.
kick-ass show. The best show you'll ever going to see. How's that?
That's
And
good.
the hardest show you'll ever see since season 1 and when Drake got shot in Degrassi. But
See Drake when Khabib ran out?
I remember that
that's-
episode so well.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
were you a Degrassi fan?
Yeah, I watched Degrassi.
Did you ever audition for Degrassi?
I didn't. I sort of missed. I'm not from here, so when I came to Toronto, I was like too old to be on Degrassi and too young to be a teacher. and I'm really
Right in
I
the
feel
middle,
sad
stuck
about
in the middle
that.
with you.
yeah.
And you did Shadowhunters.
Yeah.
What happened? Do you mind if we talk about Shadow for a second? What happened to Shadowhunters? Didn't that just go away like that?
Shadowhunters we did 3 seasons and they were canceled.
But why? Like they're because I know Isaiah Mustafa very well, like a very good friend of mine.
Do you?
Dude, he's like my
Yeah,
dude, and he's the greatest guy on the planet.
Yeah, he's so nice.
Yeah, like I even helped get his ring made for his. Anyway, the
Whoa.
best guy.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm like, you're killing. He's like, yeah, God can't. Like it's crazy
Yeah,
your business because
it's-
your fan base was nuts.
Yeah,
remember them saying, "Pick it up,
It's
pick
a
it up."
hard one. Yeah, it has so many fans internationally. I think it's on Freeform in the States, and then they had to deal with Netflix. I personally think there is an issue with Disney. So Disney owns Freeform. Disney's taking everything off of Netflix. So
Because they're doing their own service. Yeah,
there is an issue, and I don't know. They make these decisions in various ways, but the Save the Shadowhunters thing is still going. Good for you.
Does Bad Blood do the social media? What? Because Shadowhunters did that amazing, by the way. Is
Yeah.
that stuff you're focused on in the promotion and everything?
I
Yeah.
just tweeted about Ignite TV
Kim
all
is
day,
all
all
over
day,
Twitter.
all day.
Okay, that I mean, do
Come on,
that.
come on.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I'm a business guy.
Do
Oh
the-
yeah, oh yeah, oh
nonstop.
yeah.
Do you like the social media? Do you like being active in
Hate
it?
it. Hate
you
it.
hate it.
But I do it.
Yeah, because you're 60 now, right?
I'm 60. Can you believe
You're
that? Do I look a day over 51?
dude. You're a beautiful man. Yeah, I have a crush
Seriously.
on Kim. Danny, do you have a crush on Kim Coates?
We don't fight
Well,
that,
man.
Todd. We
So
don't
how
fight
can you
that.
fight that?
We do not fight that.
It's
We just accept it and then we put it right here where it belongs. We're Canadian, eh?
I'm very Canadian, right on
Yes,
there,
dear.
bud. But seriously, can I? And I believe this about you. And I've met you 3-4 times now, and every time I feel like we have a nice rapport. The key to success in life, beyond being an amazing actor, okay. I feel like you just show so much gratitude, and that helps. That helps youth. That helps giving back. Is that true? Like, just I feel like I don't know. There's
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
It really, I had dinner last night with Rick Brace and Colette Watson and Edward Rogers, and it was a beautiful dinner. And we're all just, I'm pinching myself before the dinner. I'm hanging out with these guys, these big shots, right? And they might be pinching themselves just a little bit. I'm hanging out with Kim So
No, they weren't.
There was probably not at all. And all 4 of us had this, and Rick right off the bat just said, Kim, thank you for everything you're doing, not only for the show, but who you are. And Montefiore told me this in the very first season, and I knew this from Sons. Things start at the top, right? And if they were going to give me the baton to be 1A with Anthony LaPaglia at the top and get him to do it, and they got, Servino to do it, well, I'm going to set a good example. At least I try to set a good example, and I take it seriously. And so, thanks, dude. I mean that. It means the world to me. And I know where I came from, and I know where I'm going. I take nothing for granted, but I've fucking worked hard, really fucking hard. And I can't tell you how to succeed, but I can tell you how to fail by trying to please everyone. You can't please everyone all the time, but you stay true to who you are, and don't be a dink, or I'm going to slap you. Just don't be a dink. Other than that, it's,
no, it's a beautiful message. Anna, did you learn a lot from? I'm not saying that you were a prima donna or anything, but is it when you're working with Kim and does the cast sort of gravitate to excellence because of that?
Absolutely. Yeah. As you say, whoever's the leader of the show, the lead, it can go one of 2 ways, and sometimes it goes the other way. And every day becomes a struggle. There's weird tension on set, and this experience was so incredible, and so the opposite of that. There was Kim really set the tone for collaboration, for serious work when needed, for relaxed time when needed as well, and. He's a producer on the show. His insight, just that he came up to me he came to set when he wasn't working that first day and said that to me, that allowed me to do so much better than I could have. Honestly, if I was working with someone of his stature who, wouldn't talk to me. And sometimes that happens, and that's fine. But there's a real difference when you have somebody like
That's
Kim.
really cool.
Yeah, and I think everyone was at ease to speak their mind, to contribute to the characters. That's also Conovis as well, Michael. He would, if you had an idea, he would take it seriously. And so we all felt heard and very creative, which was thrill.
And it really helps when everyone's so good and wants to work hard. But I have to say that there are certain scenes in this second season that are so beyond dramatic and so beyond emotional and so sad that I every time one of those would come up, then the crew started to understand, oh, this is going to be one of those days. And I would literally, very quietly, we have a few of them, Anna and Declan, or Anna, Teresa and Declan, where I would just simply say, we know what this day is. I don't want to hear a pin drop from anyone. And there was no gibber, no nothing, like work. And that's the only way you can really, truly create, is everyone's on the same page together. And we did that, and Montefiore got an incredible crew, and Dylan McLeod, who shot this thing, it looks like a movie, like 35 millimeter. This is like Black Hawk Down, this thing. It looks amazing. Like, it really does.
Man, you know what's cool is you're in Black Hawk Down.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? Name dropper. Hate those actors. Name dropper. I should have said Pearl Harbor. Oh, wait, I'm in that too. Damn.
Even in a few awesome movies, man. What was it like finding out she was a Habs fan? I'm just presuming. Are you?
I'm a Habs fan because I'm a Montrealer, but I'm not really.
Okay.
I mean, when we're in the playoffs.
I feel like if I was like an opposing actor and opposing, like, you know, and the mob's coming after me, I would channel that. I would I would really channel you being a Habs fan. I don't know. Do you guys got to go? What do you got to run. You got to run. Okay. You want to say anything? Leafs, go Leafs. Or go.
You know, I mean, I did a lot of sports stuff because, you know, Todd, I'm a big sports guy, and I'm a Red Wings fan, but I love the Leafs. You've taken Babcock. You've taken everybody from the Wings organization, really, and you should, because you're good now. Those boys, I mean it. I can't believe Air Canada gave up their. I know it's a lot of money.
This was the time to do it, though. I know.
I understand.
Yeah.
But now they're going to have been paying for that building proudly and never won a cup. And Scotiabank is going to be, get ready. I'm not trying to jinx anyone, but get ready. See, he's a Habs fan.
Montefiore can leave anytime.
Right now.
I can't even pronounce his last name. Get out of here.
It's coming. This city's going to get real happy soon. You wait.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't wait. Well, are you going to any games while you're in town?
I leave tomorrow morning.
You leave tomorrow morning.
This time, but
back to Cal?
Back tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard.
Hey, last thing about Detroit. You're going to kill me, and then you guys leave. But you're actually going to kill me. I got given to me, like, way in the day, a Steve Yzerman signed stick that he used during the World Cup Canada, like, gold medal. But I use it for road hockey.
Do you really? Do you put tape on it or no? Is there tape on it?
No.
Just a stick.
But it's like, I feel like
that's a good thing to do.
Use it.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that.
Yeah, man.
You're okay with that. Kim, I love you.
Love you too, Todd.
And I won't say I love you because it's an interesting time. So I just want to be very careful. But
I love you
I'm
too.
allowed to say I love her.
I'm very
grateful.
Yes, and I'm very grateful that you came in with Kim. We're so stoked for this season 2. Mark, thank you again for being so supportive of this show and
Always,
CBC
man.
and
You do
City
such an
TV.
amazing job, Todd. You're amazing, dude.
I just try and have a conversation with Albert Einstein
What
once.
Tell you about him? I mean, how easy was this, right?
I'm the dumbest guy in the world. I've already established that. Albert Einstein once said he had no special talents. He was only passionately curious. And I've always felt that if everyone lived their lives that way, just asked questions and tried to learn as opposed to trying to always be so opinionated and put other people down for their views and beliefs and stuff, we'd be a much better place. And that's all I try and do.
I wholeheartedly agree.
No doubt about it.
We'll be in a good place together until tonight. We're going to be scared crapless. Bad Blood, City TV again, season 2, October 11th. Check it out tomorrow night. Kim Coates and Anna Banana Hops.
Yeah, that's
we love that banana
handle that I made a few years ago. It
No one
has
knew.
followed me, and I kind of like it now.
Yeah, it's fun. Anna Hopkins. It sounds like actually kind of a total gangster name, Banana Hops.
Yeah.
And thanks to Mark.
The Todd Shapiro Show.
You are the greatest hero in American history.
SiriusXM Canada Laughs
Channel 168.